31 doing so for Towson. And with that, the 2025 CAA lacrosse season is underway. Picked up from the huddle, Johns Hopkins going to bring it forward on the attack. To the left-hand side, they'll slow things down. Melendez pass
at attack along with Hunter Chauvet, the lefty shooter, number 91.
It's Collison bringing it up now to the left-hand side. Pass picked up from the right, an excellent save that time. Downs shuts down that attack.
Downs, the starter last year for Towson at 53% cover. Towson moving the ball, getting different guys involved.
That pass off target, it'll go the other way. That looked to be a good chance. Had one player unguarded on the far.
In an ideal world, we're starting this sport on March 1st, so we don't have to play in weather conditions under 30 degrees, but here we are, Johnny Unitas Stadium, Tuesday night. Let's get it.
So Towson ready to continue their attack. That was a really nice pass by Downs that actually kept his team in position. Although, maybe behind the goal, Maurer was ready to retain possession. Now cutting close, playing it back to Maurer. Maurer out to the right. Opening some space. Good crossfield pass, but didn't find a target. It decides not to go for the shot. The ball gets knocked free. Excellent defense from Towson. They get it back, but here comes the pressure from Johns Hopkins.
Turf Monster playing some extra defense there for Towson, and I'm sure Coach Nadalon loves the hard
Tie still continues with 10 minutes to go in the quarter. Will it end soon, though? Maurer slips up, loses the ball, and the scramble for it is won by Towson only for a second and now for a few more seconds. Good hustle to win it back by Russell.
Nice ground ball there from the undersized but skilled attackman.
So still looking for some space to get in close. Now he does. Inside, shoots and scores. What a move by Gallagher.
Chop Gallagher, the big boy, the returner, the captain guy, along with Weissauer. So two really good midfield options for Towson. Gallagher from Oregon, you see him kind of just re-dodging there, getting underneath.
To level the score sooner rather than later. Big check on that play, but the flags were immediately out, and looks like it'll be Johns Hopkins getting a man up. There's 3 and 1 of them on goal. So this man-up advantage situation came at a perfect time, as that is back up top, down to the right, behind the net. Open space, shot and scored. What a play there. Chick had the open space, and that was just a situation where Towson didn't have enough men to cover everyone.
Nice low to high from Eric Chick, cousin of teammate Craig Chick of mine for the Boston Cannons. Just stepping in, little low to high action. Good offensive flow here from Hopkins. You can see their strategy, right? Just attacking short sticks, trying to draw double teams, find the open guy, and then attack a bad approach. Just like that, Matt Collison buries one to the middle of the field. Really pretty team offense from Johns Hopkins as you see the defenseman cross over and get into the huddle there, the traditional Hopkins way.
Beautiful play. Gets to the left-hand side of his defender and then just gets enough space for the open shot. And I've sort of cracked the code on how to open the Tigers' defense to get some chances. Changing things up, keeping things fresh will keep them guessing. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Getting a late goal here would be massive to take momentum into the break. Can Towson equalize the scoreline? Here's a good shot and an even better save by Stout.
Luke Stout looking if they can pump a goal in here. These are always the type of possessions that you look back on when the game's over.
And that will be one they regret as it's knocked free, or maybe not as it's knocked free again. 2 quick changes of possession.
Yeah, a little sloppy here.
The ball still knocked free as a couple players hitting into each other. A bit of chaos within the final 20 seconds of the quarter. Towson, a last gasp attack. Bring it inside, shooting, scoring, and tying the game.
Fitzpatrick, a little spark of energy on that left side there. I mentioned replacing.
To resume with the second quarter. Towson and Johns Hopkins tied at 2. And 15 more minutes of play are underway with this face-off that the Tigers are going to come up with, winning their second face-off on 5 tries today.
Yep, a little momentum for the Tigers at the face-off X. They brought in Kai, sharpen it up on the offensive end as Hopkins goes into their first possession here in the second quarter.
Played back up top to the middle. Now closer to the right. There's a bit of space, but not enough room for Chavette to take the shot yet. Good coverage, but he'll try an awkward effort that is going to be kept alive by.
To see as the season goes on what teams decide to do covering Hunter Chavette. Obviously, he's such a great shooter. Reminds me of Will Manny or Mac O'Keefe type on that lefty wing, but is he dangerous enough to beat a short stick just like Hopkins did there? That was not Chavette. I can't exactly see who it was as he's surrounded by his teammates giving him some love. Dylan Bauer, the Park City, Utah boy, who's really come into his own as a midfielder, was an attackman all throughout high school. So you can see how comfortable he is.
And that's cool because now he gets that experience at that position, viewing the game that way, now playing at that new side on the field.
Yeah, it's a common thread of guys coming to a school as one position and switching to another, usually from attack to midfield. As Hopkins pumps another one in, that is Hunter Chavette in a nutshell, catching a skip pass and jackhammering that top left corner.
Opportunities yet, but I think that's really what solidifies Johns Hopkins as such a balanced team. They've got a lot of players that can get the job done on offense as they continue this new possession. Looking for a chance, it's Chick. Now played down below. 12 minutes to go in the half, and plenty of time for the Blue Jays to continue to work. Rawson now on the ball. Bring it back up top with a bounce pass. Good control by Chavette to bounce it off the ground, keep it himself. Play to the middle, not enough room, it's knocked free. Excellent stop by Towson. And they do pick up the loose ground ball. Nice job there, as it looked like it was about to be won by Meadling. But Johns Hopkins continues the attack. Shot clock will not be on their side, though, and neither will that pass, barely kept alive. Chavette shoots, scores! He found his teammate, almost lost the ball, but after English corralled it, he went right back to Chavette, who now has got 2 in the game.
Chavette, almost like a clone of his first goal. And here's the thing with these lefty shooters, man. You give them an inch, they're going to take a mile, right? Not traditionally open. I say that with quotes because no slide was drawn really or out of position. Guys have to move and rotate. And Hopkins is able to score kind of in that scramble situation. So incredible shooting by Chavette, but poor decision-making from the Towson defense.
And Johns Hopkins going to win the ball back after the faceoff. It looked like they'd lost the faceoff first, but then forced another turnover as they'll continue the attack. And now the Blue Jays have 4 unanswered goals. Make it 5, a long-range effort from Smith.
Get off me. Oh, baby. This was the game of the week, according to the Over the Head podcast with Kyle Hartzell and Scott Ratliff. And I got to mention those all pro LSMs because this is a pro style take from Scott Smith, switching to his left hand.
Already so far in the first half, has now picked it back up again, sharing it back and forth alongside Rawson. Play to the middle, nice spin, nice shot, but it goes away. Although that was an impressive effort there by Chick. Continuing
nice
the attack.
Job by Kilrain here on Weishauer, just approaching with his stick out. And a great save by Stout. Kick save, flopping to the ground. 50-50 ground ball. These are huge.
Who will come up with it? It is won by Towson. They immediately put another shot, but Stout gets on top of the ball again. But here comes Towson, putting a lot of pressure on him. Great job by Stout, not only to evade the 3 defenders, but with a
big possession here for the Hopkins offense. We'll see what they got.
Shot, and that is barely stopped. Great effort by Downs, and he definitely needed to make a save on that play after conceding 5. Alex Viini.
Good shooting opportunity there from the two-man game on the lefty wing. Vieni kicking himself, wanted to put that one on frame for sure.
Cut to the right side, shot scored, and there's the goal to get the offense back on track for Towson.
And I think that was Vieni again from that wing, splitting to his right hand. Love the fundamentals. Quick split off the approach, and is able to just beat Stout there. Right, smart shot down the out ball there from Jack Munford, just running in the crowd. And then you can see not only picking up the ground ball, but being able to sprint out of there, get the space, get the rock to your offense. I think Towson's settling back into that zone. You saw that on the last possession. Hopkins got a little lazy and threw the ball away. So let's see what Hopkins has cooking up on the zone offense.
Good movement, opening some space for the shot, but Downs shuts it down.
That's a load of high action. So a good little chess match there between Downs and Chauvette.
Ball's picked back up by Johns Hopkins. They're going to pop Chauvette. Will he finish with a first half hat trick? I don't think so. Rawson getting in close, looking for some help. Under 10 seconds. Back up top. Mid-range shot deflected and will safely end up with Downs, who will clear it to end the half. They actually did pick it up right by the goal, but they couldn't pick it up into the net.
But Hopkins obviously on the right path right now after their opening win against Denver and a solid first half here against Towson.
They'll also get a strong start with the opening face-off, winning the 6th of the game to make it 6-5 in terms of the face-off statistic. And that is knocked out of bounds. Excellent defense that time. Possession won for the Tigers, primarily off the defensive effort.
And we'll see if Towson can dig in and get another stop as they're sitting back in that zone defense again. If I'm Hopkins, I'm setting a mumbo for Chauvette, and I'm letting him set his feet from 12 or 13 and hammering one home. They're trying to get him the ball there, but sloppy by Hopkins. We have another turnover. Much to be desired from the stick work as we are only on February 4th.
26 combined thanks to that last turnover. Well, okay, make it 27 as the pass from Downs couldn't find its target. That was not a great pass. It's actually going to be stolen by Towson. Good on-ball defense to knock it free. And this time, Downs going to slow things down as Towson bring it to the midfield. 3 defenders trying to knock it free, and they do.
Good
but
hustle.
it gets knocked out again. Johns Hopkins, hold on.
Getting shots. Hopkins' offense is looking pretty fluid. Obviously could be cleaner, but I think they're executing the way they want to. Let's see if they can get a mumbo here for Chauvette on the wing.
The ball's knocked free. Excellent play by Glass to knock the pass loose. That looked like exactly what the Blue Jays wanted to do. They were about to get an open chance, but the defense comes in clutch again, although it's won right back by Towson. Smith couldn't bring it all the way downfield this time for another shot attempt, and quick revenge on the counter. What a play by Fitzpatrick, his second goal of the game.
Fitzpatrick in transition. Hey, this is going to have to be the way that you're going to score for Towson. We don't have a lot of guys that can really beat anybody on the defensive end of the field. So when you have chances in transition, as they did here, I like the way Fitzpatrick just sets his feet, fires that thing low.
They're keeping things at a slow pace, but they're still going to try to open an opportunity behind the net. Krogan looking for help, brings it around himself, and he's stopped on an impressive save by Downs. Downs looks like he bounced it back towards his teammates, and the Tigers regain the loose ball. But can they escape the press from the Blue Jays? No, it bounces off the helmet. It looked like that time.
Off the dome. One more.
The pass inside, and they do pick it up. Streaking to the middle. The pass didn't find Chick, but his teammate is right behind him, snatching the goal for himself. What a nice play.
We'll see how honest of a guy Melendez is after the game. There's no way that he was passing the ball to Tyler Eye.
One thing I also really loved from seeing that goal was just I's reaction as he headed back to the bench. He was pumped up.
Everybody loves a pole goal, you know? It's like when the big defensive tackle or DN scores in an NFL game, as we see another goal there from Hopkins, number 25, Brooks English, with the crafty underneath move, puts a stick in one hand and then drops it low to high. Woo! Near side.
Johns Hopkins, well, they're going to be given a lifeline. There is a penalty on the play. The defense was good from the Blue Jays, but a little too aggressive. We're about to get a man-up advantage for the Tigers.
Yeah, physical play there from Hopkins, but just a little.
And now here comes Johns Hopkins bringing it back up the field, continuing this exciting matchup between two top 20 teams in the nation. But of course, February lacrosse, a couple errors all around, 31 total turnovers. Not ideal for Towson to start the season. Equally not ideal for the Blue Jays in their second game to have so many as well. And I think might have been an offsides call as the ball's going to be headed the other way for Towson.
Yep, just a little sloppy there for Hopkins. Towson, maybe an opportunity to push. You got a shorty on Fitzpatrick and maybe attack in a 4-on-4 situation there, 5-on-5.
We'll see with both offenses down in the field, they could get a chance. The answer, a resounding no. Excellent interception by the defense. And while they're trying to not get free from Stout, Stout is able to evade the pressure from two Tigers players.
Yeah,
that ball cleared downfield, but the ground ball is going to be won right back by Towson.
I just think, again, for Towson, right, like play in these unsettled scenarios, right? If you get this ball over the midfield line, push, try to scramble because you're not really scoring 6-on-6 against Hopkins. Push, 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 push.
You know, we saw their last goal, and that coming in as a substitute, getting the start today. And I wonder if, after his performance so far with 2 goals, here's one right from Weishauer. He keeps his point streak alive and also keeps the Tigers alive immediately out of the break to make it 8-5.
That's why they pay me the big bucks, eh? Wasn't exactly how I planned it, but you get the ball to your best player, you let him step in from 10 yards, and he makes it count.
Over, even if it doesn't go in the stat books as one, to continue this huge run of momentum from the Tigers. Towson bringing it down behind the net. Out to the left. Looking for room, nice spin. But still not enough for the shot. About a minute to go. This will likely be the final possession of the quarter, unless we see a quick goal, which we do. It's 8-7. Fitzpatrick gets his 4th of the game.
The 4 spot, slipping around off ball on the crease, and he is making his first start count. I love that they're just throwing it inside to him. I think more teams need to trust their teammates on the crease. Chop Gallagher with the feed, and
it's ready to restart quickly. 15 minutes remaining. 8-7 scoreline for John Hopkins and Towson. And the face-off will be won by the Tigers. Dealing with a ton of pressure, it is won by Constantines. But the Tigers struggling to bring it up the field. And now it's going to be the Blue Jays getting the ball back. There's a huge check.
We're getting physical. 1-goal game going into the 4th. 50-50 ground balls, body checks. Going to be the difference right now. Towson's cleaned up. It's offense. Go back to him. He's got the switch.
Didn't see the switch, but the Tigers now will send it back down low. Trying to bring it close. That was a pass attempt that just couldn't find a target. Good job to read it by Stout and intercept it. But now we'll see if the Tigers' pressure can force a mistake from the Blue Jays. Hard check, but excellent physicality on the other end to hold on. But first, the Blue Jays looking for a chance to extend the lead. deflected away, but still picked up behind. That was actually a pass. Played up close, shoots and scores. Nice job to open some space, and Chavette has his hat trick.
Clean substitution offense there by Hopkins. Again, I've mentioned this. I like the way that they've pushed in transition and they're trying to create advantages through the sub game, as you see Chavette there saying bye-bye to the Towson.
This is Melendez looking for some space out to Rawson. Spinning. Does get the pass off as he was about to take a huge hit. Phillips sends it right back to Ayers. Now up top, looking for some room, driving. Not enough room for the shot. Johns Hopkins will have to slow things down. Chick not able to find the attempt that time. Shot from distance, goes away, and will go back to the Tigers. They regain possession with 9:20. They've got under 30 seconds to work with on the shot clock. They will need to find something quickly here. Weishauer finds a friend up top. Weber looking for space. Won't have room. He got about 10 seconds to shoot it now. Russell. Back to Weishauer. To the middle. Shot and scored. Excellent vision to find his man. And it's Bodie Maurer to make it 9-8.
There we go. Bodie, after I got into him on that last possession for passing it up when he had a short stick, now he's working on the crease. Get the ball to Mikey Weishauer. He's going to make things happen. Dodging to his right. He knows that Hopkins likes to slide early, so his eyes are up. He's ready to feed.
It's Maurer's first goal of the season, Weishauer's first assist of the season. And this face-off is going to be won by Johns Hopkins. Excellent hustle to win it in the circle. And now the shot just slips past Downs. A solo goal. And that is Logan Callahan converting.
He says, respect. Put some respect on my name. I'm a face-off athlete, not a fogo. As he sets his feet, puts everything he has into it. And I like the form. Overhand, high to low. Hopkins stretches this to a 3-goal lead. It's going to be tough to come back from. But Towson, your offense has been playing well in the second half. Stay with it. Patience. No sloppy turnovers. And get the ball to number 1. Here he goes.
Weishauer bringing it forward. His shot won't be on target. The ground ball is picked up by Johns Hopkins, but continually knocked free. And after 4 or 5 players miss it, it's going to be the Blue Jays ending up on top of it. Although, they're bringing the ball backwards. I believe foul.
Week against Denver. Early in the season, sliding early against teams, it kind of forces them to play with chemistry, which some offenses don't have early in the season. So Hopkins is going to slide early, force Towson to move the ball, connect 1 or 2 passes. Let's see if they can do it here in the invert.
Driving closer to the net. Won't be able to find it. Pass all the way across. Not enough open room for the shot. But there's Weishauer picking it up from Gallagher. 10-9 with 5:23 to go.
Huge goal from number 1. He's heating up here in the second half. He's come to life. Glad he took my advice here from the booth. Towson out of the invert. And Stout actually gets a piece of that skip pass. Hopkins running kind of this 1-4 zone offense where they're going to send a cutter down as the ball comes through X. And then they're going to send a second cutter off. And they had a good look for English earlier. Chick on this play.
Played over to the left. Cutting inside. Shooting and scoring. And there's the response the Blue Jays were hoping for. That time, a good effort, I believe, by Phillips.
Yeah, a little scramble situation here. Sometimes that's like the best offense against a zone. I see the offense be a little more aggressive here. It's only a 2-goal lead. You have a shot clock, so it's not like you can stall on the ball forever.
Fakes the shot, drives inside. What a stop by Downs, saving the game for the Tigers as Towson wins the ball back.
Sick move by Collison, but an even better save by Downs. That would have iced it. The big midi with the little toe drag face dodge, but Downs, it would have shut the door on him.
Here comes Towson once more. Now from the left-hand side, they're continuing their attack.
Know the slide's coming from the crease.
Shot bounced off the pipe, and it's picked up on the rebound by the Blue Jays. How heartbreaking of a miss for the Tigers. But the counterattack won't find any result as
Great
it's knocked free.
timeout. Great timeout by Coach Milliman.
An even better timeout, though, as you just mentioned, called to quickly end the possession before Towson were able to get the...
And that's an important piece of the culture here at Towson. Hopkins has just been a little bit sharper tonight as they're going for it here. Oh, baby.
They did get aggressive, but it looks like as the goalie's been pulled out of the net for Towson for a moment, John Hopkins are just trying to kill time, but that play is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Tigers. The
nice job by
defense.
Yep. Forcing the turnover. Probably going to get the ball into the box here. I would save my timeout, get my guys on the field. Towson's going to elect to call a timeout right now.
The good news for Towson, they have
two
timeouts.
Yeah.
And with the 2 timeouts entering that play, you know, you're in a good position to use one right here, talk things over and set it up. And then you still have the Weishar, and it's going to stay with the Tigers. Rosso was behind the net to pick up the rebound. From down low, back up top. Good check. Doesn't shake him off the ball. Excellent stop by Stout.
Wow, huge save by Stout.
But there's a penalty on the play.
We see the flag.
I think it's a man-up advantage.
Cut him off, right, if he has the ball, but he'll move it on, and Hopkins gets into that shot now.
Shot from distance.
There we go.
Oh, it did get into the goal.
Bouncer. I think that was Fitzpatrick again from deep. The hot hand with his 5th.
Impressive work from Fitzpatrick on his debut. 11-10 lead with 39 seconds to go. You know, he stepped up and delivered throughout the entire day today. And right here when his team is needed.
I'm going to Weishar, sweeping. He's starting with the ball. Maybe get a pick for him.
He is going to get one, opening some space. But Weishar doesn't have anything open yet, slowing it down. He'll get another pick. He's got 20 seconds now. 2 defenders on him. Passed back up top. Ball is almost knocked free, but Weber keeps the game alive by holding on to it. 12 seconds left. Weishar bounces through 3 defenders. The ball is stuck on the ground. Johns Hopkins going to take it, flip it to the air, and they have done the job to hold on for the W.
Smart play to get the ball up in the air. You kill about 5 seconds with the send, and a great job by Kilrain there on that last possession. Sticking with Weishauer, forces the turnover, and Hopkins hangs on for an ugly early season win. But guess what? They don't ask how. They